thing is, you know what? I realized yesterday that yesterday was like officially my first day of ever being homeless. I'm like, my God, I'm homeless right now. This just goes to show you that I would rather spend all my money and max out my credit cards before asking anybody for help. I'd rather use my own money first or my own credit and max it out before going to anybody saying, hey, help. Which I actually feel pretty good about, actually, you know. I mean, I'm not asking people for help because I have my own money anymore or even my own credit, because it was maxed out and even overdrawn, and what I thought my Best Buy card had enough. Turned out that the Total Tech yearly fee of $240 wiped out my $161 credit that I had left on it. And so basically I didn't have money to pay for the night before last, which, Rohan, I am going to pay that, man. You will get paid, and your boss will know that you are an outstanding guy, and I want to make sure everybody knows that. Because Rohan at the Minuteman Inn in Acton was helping me. And then he felt betrayed because I wasn't able to pay. And I was like, man, I didn't know it either. I thought my balance showed that I had enough in the Best Buy, and then this hit happens unexpectedly. But that's like what happens in life. Hits happen unexpectedly. People get caught, Lyme disease, cerebral spinal fluid leak. And no, I'm not willing to compromise and go and ask my family for financial help when they call the shots, and it makes me worse. And makes me basically homeless, being forced to go to a medical school evaluation because I'm calling them out on certain different things. And God, man, fucking A, man. What the? Hear that horn? Horn happy people, man. Oh. See, just that happens. And I can't remember what I'm saying. I'm losing I guess what I'm saying is I would rather be homeless than be controlled and have other people make my decisions for me. Man, I'm in the right place. Give me liberty or give me death, right? In Massachusetts. Let's roll, Boston. Let's roll, MIT Open Documentary Lab. Let's do this. Because there is a medical school, Dell Medical School in Austin, Texas, that diagnosed me as entitled and angry when literally I was asking for help to calm my nervous system in Hawaii. But they took the narrative that my family gave them, because that's the narrative my family had, and paid them $15,000. And one of my family's friends is on their advisory board. I got the emails, I have the report to prove it, and the effect that it had on me is shameful, actually, because in 1984 through 1987, I was a student at the University of Texas in Austin, studying computer science, but on academic probation twice because I was helping the homeless in Austin, letting one guy stay with me in my apartment, another girl sleep in a Jeep Wagoneer my parents were letting me use, much to their chagrin. And now I'm homeless, thanks to, in essence, thanks to doctors at Dell Behavioral Health Medical School, Dr. Nimroff, Dr. Berg, Dr. Newport, Allison, who helped facilitate an email from my sister to Dr. Logue without my permission. Man, it's still 7 months later, And now look where I am. Spasming, dysregulated nervous system, and I told them all, I warned them that would happen. And they disregarded it, which is negligence in my opinion. But I need help to bring this now to the public, because I've already sent this to the UT Health Ethics Board, no response. I've sent it to the Southern Association of Colleges, that is the one that accredits University of Texas. And I get an email back, which I appreciate, saying if I want to file a formal complaint, I have to go through their portal. Well, I mean, okay, but the thing is, I have a cerebral spinal fluid leak, and I can't even tolerate birds singing outside while I'm indoors and have to wear noise canceling headphones. I'm ticking like this, looking like a crazy person. Most of my friends think I am, and I don't really give a damn anymore, because why should I? It comes to a point where life becomes so ridiculous. It's like, is this even real? Even one of the doctors at Dell Medical School, Dr. Julie Farrington, said, does this seem surreal to you? I said, yes. And yet she still signed the report saying that basically their 6 doctors' conclusions and a neuropsychological evaluator signed a report, all agreeing after their individual sessions with me in their consensus meeting, that I have narcissistic personality disorder and histrionic personality disorder. They call me words such as grandiose and entitled and bitter for not being sent, bitter at my parents for not sending me to Hawaii. Yeah, I mean, I could see how that sounds like entitled. Hey, I need to go to Hawaii, send me there. But there's a difference between somebody who is healthy and can work and is saying, hey, send me to Hawaii, I don't want to work, versus somebody who's had Lyme disease for 10 years and then 16 years and then 18 years saying, hey, if you can send me to Hawaii and I can paddle out on a surfboard every day and just sit in the blue water, it'll calm my nervous system, reduce inflammation and cortisol. I've studied it. People have gotten better doing things like this. It'll work, and it'll be less expensive than the physical medical treatments we are trying and have been trying for the last 16 years. And my family decided that basically they would rather spend $15,000 last November, December to send me to Dell Medical School to get a histrionic and narcissistic personality disorder diagnoses instead of $15,000 to maybe listen to me and send me to help me go to Hawaii to find a place where I can really calm my nervous system and heal. In essence, they chose me to be evaluated to protect them and their ego, in my opinion, and that they are right, than to listen to me and help me heal over the past 6 months. Because if that $15,000 had been spent towards going towards Hawaii, then I may not have been doing that right now. I may have been even working right now, after 6 months, paddling out and surfing, getting stronger, getting my head and brain and nervous system calmed down. But right now, every noise from a plane to a car driving by, a motorcycle, feels like an attack on my nervous system. And, it's like somebody's angry, and it kind of makes sense if I'm trying to speak up for what I need and my family's angry enough that I'm calling them out on something, saying you're not listening, that if they're willing to send me to get a medical evaluation for that, then maybe I'm justified in being angry. Maybe I'm justified in that, hey, if my family would rather send me to get an evaluation than to help me heal, then maybe I really do need, if I have a family like that, maybe I really do need, and I've had a family like that for 60 years, maybe I do really need to go to Hawaii to calm my nervous system, because anybody would need to go to Hawaii to calm their nervous system if they had a family like that. If I'm wrong, I invite anybody to please call me out, because I do not want to be unfair or wrong about anybody and make unjust accusations or anything like that. So this is, this is Brent Porter. Look at that. Oh man, my collar. I cannot be homeless looking like this. I'll tell you what. All right. So, but I'm definitely, I've gone $43,000 in debt. I'm like 100% max, I realize. Wow. I've done all of that the past couple of years just to try to make it on my own. While my folks said, no, we're not going to support you to, take money out on credit, or, we don't, this is what we'll support you with, but it's not for technology. It's not to buy a 360 camera necessarily that I could use to make a business for myself, even though my dad helped to start an entrepreneurship center. He never took the time to go, hey, Brent, what do you want to do? Let me see if I can help you. And that is just what is strange to me. He and my brother-in-law played golf every month together, often multiple bi-monthly or weekly. And I'm not bitter about this, but never once did they say, hey, Brent, you want to come? Except for one time to ride along with them, but not, hey, I'm the type of person that likes to participate. They never say, hey, Brent, you want to play, because it was at a country club and I'm not a member. But they're never willing to say, hey, Brent, we're just going to go to a public course today so you can play with us. Let's do that. You want to play? Fuck yeah, I do, man. Let's go. All of a sudden I'm feeling alive again. Social system regulation, family regulation, but in 18 years, not once did that ever happen. That's just like, wow. And yeah, they still have helped me financially at the same time, which is kind of, to a certain degree, to survive, but not necessarily to thrive and recover. So it's enough to stay alive. And saying, yeah, we're supporting you. Well, yes and no. Yes, you're supporting me to stay alive and keep going, but not enough to make my own decisions. And if I ask, instead of a certain amount per month, that's just enough for me to get by, can you just put it all together in a year at once, because you have it, you're in retirement, it's there, and at once, then I would have enough to just use it in 6 months and get enough treatment that I need to recover. But that would mean me getting to call my own shots. And as my mom said, we're not going to give you carte blanche to do whatever you want to with our money. So there you have it. So do I sound bitter or angry? Yeah, I guess I do. I am, but it's because I've studied psychology, kids and youth. I've worked with youth, and I know that sometimes it's not just the youth problems, but it's a family system problem. And you can't just pick somebody out of their family and go, oh, the problem's all with you. But that's exactly what Dell Medical School did, and what I'm wanting to expose. Because it's still, those doctors are still there, and kids may be getting hurt in Texas as I speak right now. Thanks, guys. I'll talk and update you later.